Hi, my name is Tom, and I grew up in the state of Maine. I was brought up in a Catholic church home with an unbelieving father and a believing mother. And by the time I was 12 years old, I was serving as an altar boy in church. But I never heard about Jesus in the Catholic Church. I joined the military, left the military, and ended up in Colorado. Lived a very worldly lifestyle, totally unplugged from any sort of religious activity. There was absolutely an attraction between us. I know mine was very carnal. She invited me to church, and I wanted her, so I went to church. After a couple of months and stuff that shouldn't have taken place in what should have been a Christian relationship occurred, she was done with me, and I was ready to find somebody else. Fortunately, Jesus wasn't done with me either. Being a musician or a wannabe, as soon as there was opportunity to use my instrument and my voice in church, I was all in. Struggled with alcohol and cannabis, and had backsliding episodes into both of those areas. Well, about 13 or 14 years ago, I ended up connected through Facebook to a woman that I'd known ever since I was a kid. We grew up in the same town. She was divorced with 3 children and a professing believer. And I thought perhaps God had opened a door for me to have my helper. I asked her to marry me, and she agreed to do so. The marriage was wonderful for 6 months, but I ended up discovering that I have sleep apnea, and I was an awful snorer. And after 6 months of not being able to sleep, my wife left our marriage bed. And about 6 months after she left our marriage bed, she found me looking at something online that was heartbreaking to her. And I was guilty. She toughed through it for about another 6.5 years. And we were both alcohol consumers. And I reintroduced cannabis into our marriage at one point because I thought it might be something that we could share together. And that was absolutely the enemy deceiving me. I became more and more addicted to cannabis, and at the peak of my alcoholism was consuming a gallon of bourbon a week. I was always of the belief that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. So even though it was illegal in Florida, I bought a 4-foot by 4-foot grow tent and started growing my own cannabis in our laundry room. I did not cherish my wife the way I'm commanded to do so in scriptures. And I did not love her the way Christ loves us. So I got what I had coming. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing, but there are consequences for sin. And I've experienced those consequences. My day starts with Him, and it ends with Him. And now, more so than ever before, He has become the focus of my look, my outlook. And when I meet people, I try to see God and how He sees them. I've experienced a dramatic transformation that's only possible by the grace of God through His Holy Spirit. Life will never be the same, and it will never be what it was, because I have the confidence now that what He did on the cross for me is real and it's eternal.
The sun cannot compare to the glory of your love. There is no shadow in your presence. No mortal man would dare to stand before your throne, before the Holy One of heaven. And it's only